The business world has not been the same after COVID-19 first broke out in 2019. Ghana has had its fair share of the impact as the many pandemic-induced restrictions affected various sectors of the economy. Many players in the tourism industry, for instance, were forced out of business, while others were compelled to downsize to sustain their operations. After a successful rollout of vaccines and the removal of most of the COVID-19 restrictions, things are almost back to pre-pandemic levels. But how do businesses, particularly micro to medium companies, fully resettle from shock of the pandemic? This week on the Citi Business Festival Honor Series, we will be discussing resetting your SME after COVID, and Taaka Awori, CEO of Busara Africa Limited, has been sharing some insights on leadership tips for a business reset.
14 principles, but let me lift up 3 of them, which I think are particularly relevant in the context of MSMEs, resetting and rebuilding post-COVID, post everything that we're going through. And the 3 are around embracing failure and building resistance, understanding value and empowering others, and the 3rd is leading change. Okay, let me just go through each of them really quickly.
Embracing failure and building
resilience. So with the first one, it's recognizing, and I know you've also seen this, but I don't think there is one business person you know who, for every success they have had, does not have 10 failures to go along with it. I'm in business and I know how it goes. It's not a straight line. It's about the valleys and the highs. In the book, I give the example of an amazing woman, Karine Bokovo. She's a successful entrepreneur who runs an SME in Benin, and they do fruit and vegetable processing. Karine talks about how she started her business with $6 a day and now has grown into a thriving SME in Benin. But what Karine talks about is really some of the lowest moments of her business to where she is now. And so what that brings up for me is that as you're running a business, you start to realize that you're not immune from valleys and setbacks like COVID. Nothing ever immunizes from you. But what distinguishes the leaders who run SMEs who bounce back and the ones who that becomes the end is how they respond to crises and failure. So again, everyone, whether you find the successful ones or not, there isn't one business that can say it's just been a smooth run. The difference that will make you successful or not is how you respond to failure, crises, and setbacks. And it's the mindset. So people like Karine, what is this big difference? They reframe setbacks, such as COVID, as a clarifying moment.